All right, and welcome to our class on taking math words to math. Woo! All right, for those of you that like English, this is the chapter for you. All right, so hopefully you've taken 2 minutes and looked through what do all of these words mean in mathematical context. And so here we go. Let's take the first 4 out. First of all, the 4 basics that you guys have been taught probably since 3rd grade. We got the difference, which means subtract. The product, which means multiply. The sum, which means add. And the quotient, that means divide. Now, if you didn't get all those right, make sure you fix them. And let's do a couple illustrations. Now, we got to move fast, but here we go. Now, it says for these 4, all right, where you're talking about the difference, the product, the sum, and the quotient. Those are the answers, okay, when you subtract, multiply, add, and divide. You're always going to put the symbol where the and is, okay? Now, that is very key because you're going to get a lot of these. Wherever you see the and, you need to put the symbol. So, for instance, it's the sum. Well, I don't put plus first. I know sum means plus, but I don't put it first. It's the sum of 5 and. So, where do I put the plus? Put it right there. So, it's going to be 5 plus 10. All right, you guys cool with that? Right? So, it's 5 plus 10. Okay? What about this one? The quotient. All right. Well, where do I put that quotient means divide, right? Quotient means to divide. So I'm going to put it where the and is. So it's going to be 10 divided by 2. And sorry, I am using my mouse, so it's not the greatest thing in the world. All right. Next. Okay, and if I wanted to solve these, that's 15, right? And that's 5. Okay, here's the last one. The product of x. Ooh, that's a variable, isn't it? Okay, so the product of x plus 2 and 5. Ooh, this is a little tricky. So, hold on here. The product goes to the and. So it's the product of x plus 2. Well, plus means add. Product means multiply. So I actually want to go x plus 2. Okay, it's the product of x plus 2. All right, so I actually need to take both of those and put those together. And, which means multiply 5. Now, I know this takes a little bit of time to sit here and think this through, but that is what we would do. All right, so it's x plus 2, and then it's the product of that and 5. So I'm going to multiply the 5 there, and wow, this looks pretty good. Now, what I would really do with this, and hopefully you guys are all seeing this, that this is the same thing as saying x plus 2 and 5. I don't even need to write the multiplication there. And what happens when I have that, I'm going to do the little rainbow jig. Oh, and for kicks and giggles, let's just do that. That's going to be 5x, right? Plus 10. Right? Because the 5 times the x is 5x, 5 times 2 is 10. There we go. All right, cool. One slide down. 4 minutes through. We're moving. And grooving. Woo. Next, decrease. Decrease. What does decrease mean? All right. Well, decrease means to subtract. Less than means subtract. Times means multiply. More than means add. Increased, add. I bet you a lot of people are getting these. Half. What do I mean by half? We'll divide by 2, or you can multiply it by 1/2. A half. Okay? And then a number. Ooh, this is a good one. You're going to hear this one a lot when it says a number. And notice that you see it right in here. A number. When it says a number, it means we don't know what that number is. That means it's a variable. We usually put n in, but you could put x, y, z, whatever kicks and giggles you might have. All right, so let's do this. Now, I put this one on here because it's a watch out. Okay, you got to be really careful. This is the only one that you really have to be careful about, and it's less than. Because when it says 10 less than 6, we like to say 10 minus 6. All right? However, it's 10 less than 6. So 10 minus 6 is 4, but what's 10 less than 6? If I was to say, I ate 2 cookies less than 5, how many cookies did I eat? 3, right? So it's actually the reverse, okay? This is actually a bad, don't do it in the order you read it. Whenever you hear less than, it's like your ugly stepsister, okay? Don't do it. Don't talk to her, okay? She's going to get you in trouble. So go 6 minus 10, because it's 10 less than 6. I'm starting off with 6, and then I'm minusing 10. All right, and so the answer to that is negative 4, completely different than 4. Okay? All right, next one. 2 times, all right, so 2 times means multiply. A number means n. More than 20. Well, more than means add. And there we go. Okay, I could also put 20 in before. Okay, 2 times the number more than 20. And maybe if I wanted to, I could go 2n, right? That's even better, because 2 times n is 2n. I'm sorry, this whole mouse thing is really bothering me. I have a pen here, but for some reason it's deader than a doornail. Alright, next. The sum of a number plus 2 and 15. Alright, well I'm seeing one of those sums. And I need to put it where the and is, so that needs to go there. Alright, so a number plus 2, so a number, which is n, plus 2, which means I'm going to add 2, and 15. So I'm going to go and 15. So it's going to be, if you want to put parentheses around these, you can, but it doesn't really matter in this case, because adding just is adding, doesn't matter the order. But so it's the sum of a number plus 2, and then the sum of that and 15. All right, so the sum always goes where the and is. A number plus 2 and 15. We doing all right so far? We're over halfway done with the lesson. We haven't even gotten to the hard stuff yet. Ah! All right, here we go. Last ones. This will take us on to glory. All right, divided means obviously divided. Is, term of the week is. Here it is. Is equals equals. Whenever you read is equals equals. Isn't that awesome to say? Just say, everybody say it aloud. Just say it. Just shout out. Is equals equals. Okay, that's one of those things where your parents say, what did you learn today? Oh, is equals equals. I'll be like, what? Okay, twice means multiplied by 2. Doubled means multiplied by 2. Is more than. I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, I thought more than meant add, right? But notice this is up here. Remember the phrase of the day here. What does is mean? It means it's an equal sign, right? So is more than is going to be one of these bad boys. You might actually put one of these guys in where you should have added when it said more than, right? Is more than is actually the greater than symbol. Is less than is actually the less than symbol. Of. Here's one that I always remember. Of. I always had to do this with my infinite. Of. If I filled in this O right here, what symbol is that? Of means to multiply. Of. At least. At least. What do you think that means? At least. Well, it means greater than or equal to. Okay? You know, see it says least in there, but it means I ate at least 12 cookies. Does that mean I ate under 12? It means I ate over 12. And then no more than 12 cookies means I ate less than or equal to. So those are your terms. We're going to probably keep off of the last two. Anything with greater than less than we're not really getting into yet. But you should probably keep this sheet just so you can work through even stuff next year. Okay, keep it. All right, here we go. The difference. I'm looking for an and. That's where it goes. Difference means subtract. So the subtraction needs to go where the and is. Of twice a number. So I'm going to go 2n. Twice a number, right? Twice a number goes here. And, which I'm going to subtract, 13 is 6. All right. See, that is, remember, is equals equals. Right? Is equals equals. Now, I should be able to solve algebraically on this if I want to. I can solve n, couldn't I? If I added 13 to both sides. Added 13. Okay. And now I have 2n equals 19. And divide by 2. Right, divide by 2. And so n equals, I'm sorry, I'm getting out of the way here. N equals roughly 9.5. And when I say roughly, I mean exactly. Just so you know. Okay, here we go. Moving on. Okay. The product. Ooh, the product. Where's the and? Where's the and? Where's the and? Right here. Product. So I got to put up times of 6 and a number. So that means 6 and a number. So I'm going to go 6 times n is, which means equals, right? No more than 10. Ooh, no more than 10. Is no more than 10. No more than 10. So that means it's got to be less than, right? Because it can't be more than 10. No more than 10. So it's going to be less than 10. All right, there we go. Woo! That's a 10, not a 16. Here we go. Now it looks like a U. I love mouses, guys. Mice are just my favorite. Okay, there we go. Next, half of 20. Half of 20. So I can go 1/2. Half means 1/2. Of means multiply. 20. See all these keywords? You can just look them up here. Of means multiply. Plus a number. Plus a number. And a number, I don't know what number it is, so I'm going to put n. Is means equals 11. This is so slick. This is slicker than spit. I love it. Slicker than spit. All right, we only got 2 minutes left. Time is ticking. All right. Use the given expressions to write out an algebraic equation and then solve for the variable. I don't have much time for this, so we're going to have to cruise. 10 less than twice a number. Ooh, this is ugly. I'm not going to write that out. Remember, less than is your ugly stepsister. Okay, don't trust her. Less than. That means minus, but I'm going to go, first of all, I got to write it backwards. Twice a number. Twice a number. Minus 10. I know a lot of you guys right now are like, but remember, less than is your bad one. You actually got to reverse it. So it's not 10 minus twice a number. It's actually twice a number minus 10. Now we have is, which means equals 6. Okay, let's solve this out. Add 10, right? See? So I got 2n equals 16. All right. If I divide by 2, n equals 8. All right. So you see, we're going to have to do a little bit of this. Now there's going to get to be a point in time, we're almost out of time, where you're going to be doing some stuff with quadratic equations. Now I want you to be smart when you're solving quadratics. Now remember, so quadratics are when you have x squared. Anything with x squared. You will need to factor to solve for these. All right. Now, at least nothing else, write out all of the terms for all the rest of the examples. Okay? Goodbye, guys.